Okay, now where you going to sell all those fish? Around the world, people are marketing hundreds of types and varieties of aquatic plants and animals. This includes some 142 species of fin fish, such as channel catfish, rainbow trout, largemouth bass, bluegill, striped bass, grass carp, tilapia, golden shiner, yellow perch, walleye, and crayfish. Aquaculture is complex and needs careful, constant, and effective management. Aquaculture, like other agricultural practices, is a risky business because even the most well-thought-out project may not be feasible if you don't have timely access to the appropriate markets. This video describes various aspects of aquacultural marketing pertinent to the 12 states that make up the North Central region of the United States. It's for those people thinking of starting an aquaculture enterprise or expanding their present operations. A well-thought-out marketing strategy needs to be developed before you begin producing any aquatic plants or animals. The strategy should include selecting a marketable species, deciding what form to sell the product, determining what the price of the product should be, deciding how to promote the product to increase sales, determining the availability of markets where the product can be sold, understanding government regulations as they impact aquacultural marketing, deciding whether or not to participate in a quality assurance program that helps maintain and enhance consumer confidence in the quality of your aquacultural products. When selecting a marketable species, you should focus on various fish species having the best chance of being successfully produced and marketed within the North Central region. The most significant types or species of fish by gross sales within the North Central region in a recent year were salmonids, with over $6 million in gross sales, catfish, with over $2.5 million, baitfish, sales over $1.8 million, walleye, over $1.1 million, bass, over $650,000 in sales, and other species with over $1.3 million of total gross sales. It's important that you visit with seafood wholesalers, retailers, restaurant managers, bait dealers, and other likely buyers of your aquacultural products. You should also visit existing fish farms to find out what types of fish are actually being produced and supplied to the markets in the area. In a recent North Central Regional Situation and Outlook report, producers indicated that the most common types of fish produced were the salmonids, followed by channel catfish, largemouth bass, golden shiner, and bluegill. Sufficient production information, which is readily available and where production techniques are well understood, is the second item a prospective producer should keep in mind when deciding on a species. Thirdly, you must understand your competition before you select a species to be marketed. If you think there's limited competition, think again. The seafood industry is well established and very competitive, and it will become even more competitive in the future. Of the 15-pound seafood that's consumed annually per person in the U.S., less than 20% is farm-raised. However, per capita consumption of seafood is projected to increase to 17.5 pounds by the year 2000. Much of the increase would be through increased aquacultural product supplies. Midwestern producers will have to compete with wild-caught and farm-raised products of both foreign and domestic origin. Imported salmon from Chile, walleye, and yellow perch from Canada, for example, compete regularly with domestic supplies. The other competition that North Central fish producers must overcome when marketing, for example, food species, such as channel catfish and trout, is competition from the large aquaculture industries in southern and western states. The large suppliers of aquacultural products have the advantage of having produced these species for several decades, and as a result, have well-established production practices that are adapted to meet the needs of the marketplace. Existing aquacultural industries have forced small-scale producers in this region to rely more heavily on niche marketing opportunities. Many niche opportunities include selling a fresh product, since most aquacultural products are imported as frozen fillets. Other niche opportunities include sport fish pond stocking, supplying bait, supplying fry and fingerlings to producers, and exotics to the aquarium trade. The fourth item to keep in mind when deciding on a species is the possibility of diversifying with a variety of species of fish and other aquatic plants and animals. Along with selecting a species, you should decide what form to sell your aquacultural product: fry, fingerling, stocker size, whole, filleted, nuggets, live, fresh, frozen, so forth. When marketing food fish and/or live fish, you should realize that consumer preferences dictate the fish's market size and product form. Before you deliver your first fish, be sure to gain an accurate understanding of each of your customers' needs regarding both volume and frequency of purchases. Remember that if you are a new independent producer, a customer is taking more of a risk in depending on you for fish supplies, rather than relying on an established local fish wholesaler or distributor. Restaurants normally require smaller portions than what individual retail consumers might buy at a fish market. In processing food fish, each successive degree of fish processing results in different product forms, from filleting to making nuggets. For live fish sales, larger fish are typically in demand for fee fishing lakes, while smaller fish are usually purchased for stocking farm ponds. Good husbandry, harvesting, handling, grading, and shipping techniques can assure a uniform size and a healthy appearance to your fry and fingerlings, bait fish, ornamental fish, and food fish. Besides selecting a species and the product form, you need to determine the product price. The asking price should take into consideration such factors as: who are your customers? Are they farm pond owners, individual consumers, upscale restaurants, food wholesalers, bait or ornamental fish dealers? What are competitors offering for species and price? What are the quality perceptions associated with your chosen product? There are various pricing methods available for your product. Cost-plus pricing simply adds a constant percentage of profit above the cost of producing the product. This pricing system works fine in the absence of severe competition. The problem with cost-plus pricing is that it's often difficult to accurately assess fixed and variable costs. Competitive pricing is probably the easiest and, in retail marketing, the most common form of pricing. In this system, producers gather market information on the prices and quantities of competing products and then price their products accordingly. Skimming involves the introduction of a product at a relatively higher price for more affluent, quality-conscious customers. Then, as that market becomes saturated, the price is gradually lowered. Discount pricing offers customers a reduction from advertised prices for specific reasons. Loss leader pricing is the offering of a portion of the product at a reduced price for a limited time. The goal is to attract more customers to the producer's place of business so that they might also buy non-discounted products. Your marketing strategy must also include promoting your product. Effective promotional programs attract new customers, particularly if high-quality products are involved. There are two general methods of promoting aquacultural products: generic promotions and personal promotions. Generic promotion is commonly performed by large marketing groups, such as the Catfish and Trout Associations. The most common personal promotional method is word of mouth. If satisfied with the quality and/or price of your product, the buyer will pass along word of your operation to others. The multiplying effect can be tremendous, but oftentimes word of mouth is not sufficient. Other common channels for advertising include pamphlets, radio announcements, newspaper and magazine ads, highway billboard signs, etc. In this case, the promotion is usually aimed at the individual consumer. The promotional message must be clear, to the point, and focused. The form of promotion you choose as a new producer will depend on the scale of your business, the available resources, the availability of your product, and the geographic location of your farm. There are many places and many markets for producers to market their aquacultural products. Direct retail sales are a good place to start if supplies are small or availability uncertain. Fee fishing operations and farm-side sales offer the small-scale producer the opportunity to retail or wholesale their product. Such direct sales are appropriate if the farm is located within a short distance from urban or tourist areas. Fee fishing and farm-side sales are usually done on a seasonal basis, while wholesale fish buyers and retail food fish customers demand a steady year-round supply. Small, locally owned supermarkets offer one of the best places to sell larger volumes. The larger national chain stores are a different story. To supply them, you'd probably have to be in a position to guarantee enough product to supply all or many of the stores in their chain. A sound marketing strategy must also take into consideration government regulations, such as retail sales permits, zoning ordinances, health department codes, interstate commerce regulations, and government inspections of aquacultural products. Food fish producers should follow the inspection procedures that are being developed by the United States Department of Agriculture, the National Marine Fisheries Service, and the Food and Drug Administration. Your marketing strategy should include participation in a quality assurance program. Quality assurance is based on a system of standard production practices. They are meant to maintain and enhance consumer confidence in the quality of your aquacultural products. The Catfish Farmers of America and the U.S. Trout Farmers Association each have species-specific quality assurance programs. The American Tilapia Association and the Striped Bass Growers Association are developing quality assurance programs. In summary, A sound marketing strategy must include selecting a marketable species, deciding on product form, pricing the product appropriately, promoting the product, deciding where the product will be sold, marketing one's products within government regulations, and participating in a quality assurance program. Commit yourself to developing a well-researched and realistic marketing strategy, and you may find various aquacultural marketing opportunities that could make your aquacultural project in the north central region of the United States a profitable venture.